Hello there. Welcome back to Loos Harlock.
I dropped my grenade down there.
This is still in the session where we are currently both in quarantine.
Corona.
Me and Harlock are practicing social distancing. Unfortunately, we have to social distance from each other because nobody's fucking...
We have to social distance an extra 50 to 100 million feet. We will not tell you how far away we are from each other, but...
We live very close to each other. It's not far.
Oh, they got the Mario Fire. My favorite.
So what do you... What?
Fuck.
Oh, God.
Platforming. Those things are so scary.
What the fuck? Do you have any special edition? We talked about special edition consoles in the last episode of Doom.
Oh.
Do you have any special edition consoles, Harry?
I have the Call of Duty Advanced Warfare Xbox One.
What does it look like?
It's a gray and it has like...
Is that the one with the skull and the clear thing?
No. It's gray and it has a bunch of... I don't know which one that one is.
Oh, that's the...
That's probably Gears of War.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, but this just has like a... It just has like weird like quote-unquote futuristic designs, like polygons.
Yeah.
It's so weird how like we try to like envision what future design will be when we can't really like actually get close to what it is. Like they always do like the everything chrome in some futuristic stuff. Like no, nah, not at all gonna happen.
I didn't get it. But they sell skins of it, which if I do end up getting the PS4, I'll probably get like the skin for it. But the 20th anniversary PS4, I love, especially the controller. It looks so good.
I have the theme on PlayStation, but I use the Linus head background instead. Why is it playing this hype music when I'm slowly moving through purple quicksand?
Let's see how much does the 20th anniversary controller cost?
The PlayStation 4 that I would want the most is definitely the Metal Gear Solid 5 one.
Is that the crimson color? Yeah.
Yeah.
These controllers go for about like I'd say like $120. That's kind of worth it to me.
Hopefully that Konami rumor is true.
About them selling some of their franchises?
Yeah.
Wait, is it selling them or is it licensing them to?
I think licensing them to like PlayStation.
I don't think Konami is such a greedy bastion of a company that like I think they would probably want to like keep the money on that. But I'm all for it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like I would love for another Metal Gear Solid game, even though I don't know what.
Or a Castlevania game, even.
I would love another Castlevania game.
Because apparently they don't know how to do Castlevania games. It doesn't even need to be 2D. We'll finally get a good 3D one, maybe.
What
was wrong with the 3D ones? I didn't play them, but...
I've played the first Lord of Shadows. It's fine. It's just, it isn't Castlevania, is the problem.
Yeah.
Because, like, Castlevania...
Oh, there we go.
To people, Castlevania is either, like, the 2D, like, NES-style Castlevania, which is personally my favorite.
Or the PlayStation ones.
Super Castlevania 4, which I think is the best Castlevania game of all time. You know, like that kind of style. And then there's all the games that are Metroidvania type games and Symphony of the Night type beat, which are not my favorite because I'm not a big fan of Metroidvania games, which is a little weird considering what games I like. But I'm not a big fan of them. I think Symphony of the Night is fine, but a lot of the rest of them I'm not a huge fan of. But I would love for a 3D Castlevania to.
That's good.
Either be, I would love for a 3D. Yeah, I would love for a 3D Castlevania to either be in the style of a platformer Castlevania, or to you know what game I would think, because I mentioned it earlier. You know what game would like fit, not just because of the aesthetic, but I think the combat would work well with it. I think if Castlevania had like a Bloodborne type beat, I think it would actually be really fucking good. Since the game is already like gothic. I
would love to have some really good swinging mechanics, because I'm a big fan of like stuff that's swinging, like.
Because it's sick.
It's fun, and like I know you didn't play Fortnite at all, but there was this thing in Fortnite. It was a vehicle called a baller, and it would shoot like it was like a ball, and you're in it, and you would shoot out like a plunger with rope tied to it, and you would basically like just swinging yourself, like using actual like physics to swing yourself. And I'm just a fan of that kind of movement.
The most fun thing to do in Castlevania 4 is swinging around on the whip. Like, that shit is goated.
What the fuck is this guy do, bro?
Wait, so would all those series be licensed to Sony, or would they be licensed to other companies? Because I'm pretty sure if they are all licensed to Sony, then they would just have Kojima do Metal Gear.
Yeah, and then they'll have maybe like the same studio that does God of War do maybe Castlevania.
Do you think they would have Kojima do Silent Hill?
Yeah, I think that was another like part of the rumor too.
Because if I'm all for that, because Kojima is a fucking weirdo, and that's exactly what I love about Silent Hill.
The thing is, I think he moved on from the Silent Hill stuff. I mean, it'd be nice to see.
I mean, you know, it'd be nice for him to do one of the games.
Yeah.
Especially since, fuck, what was
I mean,
the
Death
last
Stranding
Silent
was
Hill
like
game? Death Stranding is basically just a bunch of people who worked on Silent Hills coming together. Like, it even had Norman Reedus. But I think Guillermo del Toro was gonna write it, wasn't he?
Yeah.
That would be cool.
But we got Guillermo del Toro and Death Stranding as a.
Did he work on it too?
He didn't work on it, but he was in it. Like there was a character.
Okay.
He didn't voice him though, but it was his facial features.
Modeled after him.
Yeah. His name was the Death Man.
Yeah, no, I would definitely love for a bunch of those
optional intense encounters. Nah. Nah.
I would definitely love. Nah. I would definitely love for a bunch of Konami's classic series to have more life. Like
What other stuff did they have? Did they have? Contra?
I think it was just those three.
What about Contra?
Contra just had a game come out last year.
Wasn't
Rocore.
it ass?
Yeah, it was terrible.
But was it from Konami?
I don't know who was I'll find out. I don't know who the developer was, but those are the three series that I would be most excited about. Although the only one that I don't know about is Metal Gear, because I don't know what the fuck you would do with it.
Unless like
the story's already finished for Metal Gear. Unless you're trying to do like a
Metal Gear 5 ended on a weird thing. They didn't finish that, but I mean, it was just a chapter.
Konami developed the Rocore.
All right. So give Contra to someone cool. Like these games are really like the fans like the 2D aspect, but we're kind of like we're not away from the 2D stuff, but like 2D is seen as like arcadey. Right?
Who does Shantae? Is that Way Forward?
Shantae?
Yeah.
What's Shantae? Oh, the girl. I don't know.
Yeah. Who does Shantae? Is that Way Forward?
I think so.
Look it up. Okay. I think it's Way Forward. Yeah, it's Way Forward. I think Way Forward would probably do a real good Contra game. Either them or fuck, who's the other developer that does like classic games like that?
The guys who do Shovel Knight.
Yacht Club?
Yeah. But they have their own series at this point. Like it's a franchise. Yeah. So many different games. They're doing a good job.
They do.
They're making a Smash fucking game with the Shovel Knight guys. Yeah.
No, that's cool. No, but it wasn't Yacht Club. What company am I thinking of?
Classic games.
I think they worked with Nintendo. Who the fuck am I thinking of? For the longest time before Mega Man got another release, I wanted Nintendo to buy Mega Man. Because I love Mega Man, and
I mean, at least Capcom's back to normal now.
Yeah, but Capcom at the time, there was just a period in history where Capcom did not give a fuck about Mega Man.
Yeah, that was a long ass time.
Let's see.
The thing with Doom 2016 is that it didn't have any cutscenes out of Doom guy's body. Like it was like first person. So like this changed kind of weird.
This is the piss mug.
I kind of wish they kept the first person, but
it'd be
I
nice.
guess it's more cinematic.
Worse.
I'm all for trading. I'm all for trading cinematic things for experience, though.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at a
The calm maker herself.
thing.
From what I've seen,
It is your people's time now.
speaking of silent protagonists, from what I've seen, Half-Life
Just as it was mine.
Alex was actually really good.
Oh, was it? Is it
And
VR only?
It's VR only, which
Okay.
is the worst part. But I heard that actually does like this. It does good continuing the story and make like adding on to the story, and it's not just
Not just.
oh we got the we got the goods.
Let me see here. Trying to find.
But yeah. But
trying
what was
to
I
find the
saying?
name of this company.
how do you feel about silent protagonists versus protagonists that have their own personality?
It depends on game. I heavily, I think.
Like, would you
You know,
mind
'cause-
a Zelda game if Link
Had a voice?
If Link had like his own like dialogue, not just like had a voice, but like made his own decisions. Like Link is usually a blank slate for the person to
For the
put
player,
themselves
yeah.
on. But like, what if like
Um,
he wasn't? How would you feel about that?
I would think that takes away at heart from what Zelda is, though. Because Zelda is the ultimate, you are the player fantasy.
It's kind of like why the cartoon failed. Because I don't think anyone envisioned Link to be like, "Excuse me, princess."
I
don't
have
think-
that entire series on DVD.
I had one of the Super Mario Brothers DVD.
I have like
and
4 of those shits.
and some
I
of
used
the
to watch-
Sonic the Hedgehog and Sonic Underground.
Sonic Underground was sick.
It was very
It's
odd
terrible,
though.
They have Steve Urkel as the fucking voice of Sonic.
Steve Urkel as Sonic is cool though.
They had they had 2 different shows. I think they were just called Sonic the Hedgehog. There was one of them that's
Alright.
just
Who made this Mario Maker 2X level?
they contracted Bowser to do that for him. The like Sonic show that there was the Sonic show that had Sally in it. That's
That's
GOAT.
the
Like,
Sonic.
apparently,
No, wait. There's 2 different Sonic the Hedgehog. The one with Sonic Says and
yeah, the Sonic Says one is terrible. It is
no,
absolutely
it's so good.
The one with Sally is actually like really fucking good. Apparently, I never saw it, but I watched Underground, and Underground is pretty good. It has a kick-ass opening too. But I think it depends a lot on series. I think you could have Link have a voice actor, but I don't think you could take away him. I don't think you
Being
could take away the player making the decisions for him.
and
'Cause I
giving
think
him the personality.
Yeah.
Because that's why the show didn't work. Like nobody, I don't know what they were thinking in the studio when they made that shit.
Well,
but-
they try. Well, the thing is, they try to make Zelda like all the things is that a lot of. Well, the thing that I have a problem with a lot of children's media is that they try to make, they comedy is one of the things that children love the most. And so what they tried to do was make Zelda into a comedy, and it just Zelda shouldn't-
can be a comedy.
Zelda
though.
can be a comedy, but I think you have to understand it. You have to be respectful of the work at the same time.
I think-
like if you're gonna make Zelda into a comedy, to me, like if I were writing it, I would have to make it severely self-aware, and that's the problem with that show. And because it's not self-aware, like it doesn't. The show doesn't take itself. The show takes itself seriously, and that's the problem with it. Fuck you, timer. How much longer do you need
just-
for a good place to save?
Let's just keep talking for a little bit.
All right.
I died.
Sick.
But,
I think all the
yeah.
people who want to make Zelda into an anime, I'm all for it, because like Zelda, the story of Zelda is like really cool.
It really
I think-
fits for an anime, like the whole.
Yeah, especially like I haven't seen Vinland Saga yet, but like I've seen like some of the pictures of it. Like if you had the people who worked on Vinland Saga do Zelda, that show would look so fucking good.
It's the same studio who does Attack on Titan.
What studio is that?
Wit Studio?
The studio that does Attack on Titan.
No, Wit Studio.
Oh, is that the name?
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, huh?
I thought I was saying which studio.
Yeah, no. I thought you were saying which studio, and I was like, Harry, please.
What the fuck? I just saw my own eyes.
Bro. But just think about it, bro. Anime
I'm doing
Zelda,
double,
bro.
like quadruple damage.
Anime Princess Zelda, bro.
Lord have mercy on my soul.
Lord have mercy on my God.
She's confirmed thick. That is just a fact.
That is truly factual.
She must be thick in
Larry
every
put up
medium.
both the Breath of the Wild screenshot and the fucking Super Smash Brothers screenshot. She's got a fucking trunk.
She got a wagon.
Exactly.
Where are you, last demon? There you are.
Oh, demon, where are you, demon?
But I think
Blue portal.
I think the reason they made Link into that weird creature is because I think at the time a lot of cartoon protagonists were exactly like that.
Yeah, of course.
Very
like,
snarky.
Captain N, fucking turning Simon Bell. Like, have you seen the Castlevania anime on Netflix?
No, I haven't yet.
Oh,
I
God,
heard
dude,
very
you
good
have to.
things about it.
It's so good. I love it. Especially as a Castlevania fan, it makes me very happy.
There we go. We finished the mission. Good stuff.
But you should definitely watch it. But they fucking turn, like, they turn Trevor, not Trevor Belmont, but Trevor Belmont and the Belmont family in general such badasses, and he's just standing there menacingly. They turned the Simon Belmont into the fucking grossest thing ever. Like, it's Link but worse. I don't know how that's possible.
Yeah, I mean, when you're making, like, when you're trying to bring back older games and trying to reinvent them, it's really hard to get them working. Like with Zelda, at least it had like that gradual like change. Like Zelda changed along with the
games that were coming out at the time.
Yeah. And same with Mario. That's why Mario works in both 3D and 2D.
Like,
and same with why Zelda works in 2D and 3D.
Like, people give shit to like Z targeting and Ocarina of Time, which I agree in that respect because it's terrible. But it's like,
okay, but Z targeting was needed.
You have to think about it. Like, at the time it came out, like in 1998, that shit was revolutionary. Like, having like, nobody thought of the idea like in working with the Z axis in a 3D space before that. Like, even in Mario 64, like when you would turn around, it would be a static view of the camera turning around. It wouldn't be like you could see in every direction.
Yeah. I think Z targeting was definitely needed, considering the controller they had and how nobody at that time knew how to make joysticks. Right now.
God. Fuck. What was the first good joystick?
I remember there was a game that came out and it used joystick aiming where the right, like, even when they had the dual sticks, they didn't have like the actual aiming with the right stick that we have now. I remember one of the first games to have it, they reviews like bombed because of that. They said it was so weird. So funny looking back on that.
And now we literally can't think about using the right stick to look around without it. Like,
what were we using the right stick for back then, bro? The fuck they doing?
Like, there's no right stick on the N64 controller, but when you map it to a modern controller, the right stick is the C buttons, like on an emulator or whatever. I mean, that's
can't
disgusting,
really,
by the way.
Because everyone's using like their Xbox or One's controller, PlayStation controllers, unless you buy an N64 USB controller.
Oh God!
And you can't really put extra buttons on the Xbox One controller.
You know, the N64 controller gets a lot of shit, but I think it's not great, but I think it's fine for the console.
The N64 controller mapped to a keyboard. I've done that to play Mario Party 2 with my brother.
Bro,
emulator.
Please.
It's so good.
I need how much
it actually worked fine with Mario Party, because Mario Party you don't really need to use...
You don't need to move around that much. But...
I don't remember how I did the analog with this stuff. Like the one where you spin the fuck out of your analog stick.
Oh, where you have to like break your fucking wrist and your palm to like... Oh, God.
I don't know how I did that on the keyboard, but I guess I did.
All right, well, thank you for watching Doom. Hopefully we'll... Oh, fuck.
Wait. Pause.